also want to see the entire community served by our government, not just the local minority or special interest groups. Thank you.
Diane.
Thank you again for coming tonight, and Patty and all your staff. We thank you very much for sponsoring this. My name is Diane Laughlin. That's Diane with 2 N's, just in case you want to remember me that way. I am the former town clerk for the town of Summerfield. I was first the assistant clerk when Larry Harville was here. Larry, I think, trained me well, and then I learned a lot on my own. I've been on several committees, including the Community Relations Committee. I can't tell you all the years, but I can tell you this. I'm currently with the Historic Committee. I work with the Summerfield Youth Council, and through all of these, I've had the opportunity to work with the public, with these committee members, and with members of the staff at the town hall, and with members of our council. And I've got acquainted with people through the town hall and feel like I know what's on your mind and what's on your hearts. I worked 14 years as an insurance agent, home service insurance. I had a debit. I went into people's homes. I helped them solve their burial needs, and that wasn't all they asked me to help them with. I helped them get cheaper prices on their drugs, on their prescriptions. I helped them plan their funerals. I did a lot of things with people so that I'm a people person. I don't mind looking you in the eye and talking to you about what you've got going on. I am an extrovert, which makes me want to jump in and dig in real deep, real quick. But through working with the committees in the town and other things that I've worked in prior to our 20 years coming to Summerfield, and I'll take this chance now to say thank you to my husband Willie for helping me with my campaigning and helping me stuff letters and so forth. Willie and I together have 8 children, 15 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, and 2 in the oven. So we have a wide range of numbers in our family and ages, and I'm so glad to see a good number of the ages represented. We have young adults and senior adults. I'm so glad to see all of you here and interested in what's going on in our town. I'll take this time to ask you to vote for me on November the 3rd, and I look forward to serving you.
Great.
Good evening. My name is Rich Lovett. I'm running for Summerfield Town Council. Before I do all the thank yous like everyone else, and I do thank everyone for showing up here tonight. I printed out some information for you. The Northwest Observer had been asking all the candidates questions. What was in the Northwest Observer were summaries or abbreviated portions. The printouts have all the extended responses from the candidates. I didn't know how many people were going to be here tonight. There's about 30 copies back there, so if you haven't had a chance to look at the Northwest Observer's website to hear our responses, please grab one on your way out. To give you a little background on me, I moved to Summerfield back in 2003. Before that, I lived in New Jersey. I'm an Eagle Scout. I went to college at Norwich University. It's a military college in Vermont. I graduated with a grade in geology in '92. I'm currently a licensed professional geologist in North Carolina and South Carolina. I work for an environmental engineering company. Some of the organization, well, can't forget my family. I'm married to a lovely woman, Michelle, and I have 2 firecrackers of sons, one 4 and 2, Jason and Eric, and we're expecting our 3rd in February. So it's going to be an interesting time in the Lovett household. To give you some information on me as being an Eagle Scout and being involved in the Boy Scouts, I really believe that community service is important. When I moved to Summerfield, one of the first things I did, I don't even think I was in my house for a month, and I was applying for the zoning board. I was appointed to the zoning board in '03, and I've been on that in either as an alternate or a full-time member since then. I'm also on our Homeowners Association Board at Wilson Farms. I've been the president, treasurer, secretary, vice president, basically wherever the need arises, I jump in and help out. I'm also a member of the Guilford County Environmental Review Board, which is a coalition of environmental and community activists that kind of get together and help Guilford County develop environmental strategies moving into the future. And then I'm also involved in the Boy Scouts. I really think that the Boy Scouts add a lot to the communities. I will say that everybody asks about the vision for Summerfield. There are a lot of things that I could get into,
And I greatly appreciate you cutting off the right. Setting the example for others to follow. I appreciate that. Before we get into the questions of the candidates, one thing, because the candidates are sitting waiting, I'm going to give you a little task to do. I didn't go over. Towards the end of our forum, you'll be given the opportunity to ask a question of any other candidate or to all of the candidates. This will be the candidate's choice question. So as you're sitting here listening to the responses, if you would like to formulate a question, please feel free to. All right, with that, our first question will go to Don. It is a 60 seconds response, so Rose will tell you when you've got 20 seconds remaining to answer. What are the three main areas in which the town could do a better job of serving its residents and or the business community now and in the future?
Well, three main areas. I guess the first thing I would say is that we need to listen to what you need or what you're asking for, and then we can act on that. Business-wise, I think it's very, very important that we draw businesses in, small businesses. I don't mean large corporations. Draw in small business, which in turn will help our local community. We'll be able to go to places within Summerfield, have designated areas for those specific businesses. And I think the third one, since I've only got about 60 seconds, probably about 15 left, but a third one is communication, respect. It all goes together. I think those are very, very key. And when the citizens of Summerfield, you yourself know that we respect you, you respect us, you know what, we have a good line of communication that we can all work together. So when I say something, you know it's the truth. Am I perfect? No. But when I say something, you know it's coming from my heart, and I don't sway. I don't sway. Thank you.
Mark, same question for you. What are the three main areas in which the town could do a better job of serving its residents and or the business community now and in the future?
I think the big burning issue in the town related to business as we speak is the upcoming US 220 project. We are discussing hiring a consultant, a road consultant to look at our issues related to the road project on behalf of the town, as well as because of concern that many of our business people have told us about. That's to me the number one. And another one is trying to streamline the zoning issues, things of this nature, and as well as permitting fees and schedules. And that's the two glaring ones that I see at this point.
Becky, this next question is for you, a 60 seconds response. You're on record as opposing the town's council manager form of government. Please explain why you think this method of government is less effective than the mayor-council form that the town originally had.
I think the mayor-council, or the town manager form of government is fine for larger towns, for small towns. It takes away 50% of the powers that we initially had, takes away the executive, and we get to keep the legislative. And it just leads to less open and less transparent government if it's not coming from the town in an open meeting.
Thank you. John, next question is